I've always thought it would be really tricky to answer questions for this kind of like classic spy. You know, like it's that whole usual suspects thing where how do you answer questions and not get too much.
That's the problem. I can barely talk about who my character is. That's the cool thing about the movie is it has so many twists. The problem is that you're
it's very
bound
difficult to find anything to say without completely spoiling it.
Exactly, but then the poster, you know, that says a lot. Have you?
It does. Yeah. Where am I on this?
It says. Here's what the poster says.
Am I on the back?
You're the.
Is that like,
you're the double.
We got a really good
deal.
deal. I'm actually on the back of the poster.
Topher, I mean, you're an animal. Look at this. Yeah. I mean, that is fierce.
I'm just losing it. Right? You don't want to get on my bad side. I will cry.
That is a great picture, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
Did somebody stamp on your toe or something?
That was, yes, that wasn't, and then the gun went off. We weren't even filming, unfortunately.
Topher, nobody knew. Now, you seem to get to experience some first in this movie, huh? Russian. Get to speak
I spoke Russian, yeah.
Spy thriller.
Everything, yeah. I haven't done a lot of action.
I saw you run in this movie.
I ran, yes. I have run in other movies, yeah.
Did you run in this movie?
A little, yeah. 18 months of training to just get the kind of run that I was doing down.
I heard it took that long.
But we did it. It was kind of more of a girly run, and then right.
Of the first, though, what were your favorites? What was the most
Well, the hardest one for me was I've never shot a gun in a movie, so I thought that would be really hard.
Did you blink the first time?
Yeah, I did all that. I went to a shooting
They tell you
range.
not to blink when you shoot.
While you're
not
firing
supposed to blink because anybody like that was doing this for a living wouldn't blink. So you're in this situation and you lift the gun up and you fire it and you just automatically it happens. Yeah. And so did you do that?
I'm sure I did it even in the movie, but I tried to. I mean, I went to a shooting range, and then when they put in the blanks, it's a lot easier than at the shooting range because it's not real bullets. But the hardest thing for me was I had to hold a baby, which I've never done in my life. And I thought that the gun would be so hard, but I'm a father of like a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old, or a 3-month-old or something. So they brought this baby. It's twins. That's how it works. So that if one's crying, hopefully they were both crying the whole time. And it was only when Odette would hand it to me. Like the baby was fine when anyone else was holding it, and then in the scene she'd hand it. But that was my first time. I was so nervous I was gonna break it or something.
Russian, no problem. Guns, no problem. Hand me a baby. I don't know.
I didn't know how to train for that. And I assumed, I mean, all the parents watching this are gonna laugh, but I assumed kind of like, all right, I'll put the baby up here. Maybe it'll coo a little bit, then it'll fall asleep, and I'll do the scene. Like it would be my partner in the scene or something. I
didn't get anything from it.
Yeah. Right, scheduled that.
Tried Meisner with it, didn't get anything.
I didn't get. I learned a lot though about how I'm going to probably wait till 2030 to have kids.
Now, one of my favorite lines in the press notes was that Cold War is hot again. So
that's awesome.
You know, I felt like that should.
Cold War is hot again.
Right? That should have been the tagline for the movie. That should be the tagline. So you guys go to the Middle East. You premiered this movie at.
That's right.
Well, tell me about that.
That was insane. I got a henna tattoo. I don't know if you can see all of it.
You're right.
Wow.
We rode camels.
Did you?
We went dune bashing. Yeah, we did the whole thing. It was.
What's dune bashing?
Dune bashing is where they take you on in a 4-wheel drive. You don't understand, like dunes, I always thought they were like hills.
Yeah.
They're like at a 90-degree angle, and they drive these 4-wheel drive vehicles up, and then basically you kind of fall onto the next. It was like a live roller coaster. Wild. But the reception was really great. I think.
Just gonna call my publicist and see why I'm in Abu Dhabi.
I gotta try to squeeze in a question from a CELEBS.com fan. It's actually for you, Topher. They wrote in that since knowing I was going to be talking to you, that this movie obviously has Soviet assassins and CIA agents, but what's the subtext?
What's the subtext of the film?
I didn't actually understand this question until
Topher's love for Brutus.
Funny or die?
Yes, you may not see a deep romantic connection between us.
That's the subtext.
The extra twist that we're telling you now.
Yeah.
And that's like there are already 3 twists in the movie.
Quadrangle.
Right, there were too many twists.
Yeah.
But this is the double.
More twists than a barrel of pretzels.
Yes.
That you guys are actually lovers.
In real life.
Everybody hear this?
As real people, not as our characters.
Not as our characters, just
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so.
Did that answer your question?
Well, I think they're alluding to a Funny or Die channel that you have. No. Subtext.
Yeah.
I stumped him.
I did a Funny or Die sketch. Yes, don't worry. There's none of that.
No.
It's not okay to bring your kids, but it's less okay to show your kids that Funny or Die sketch.
Okay,
It's
cool.
like a really
You'll have to look
gross.
that up.
Yeah, it's this thing where we're on set and it's. That was funny. Yeah, I did with Kate Bosworth. That was great.
Yeah.
Funny Die's really fun to do. Have you done one of those?
I've been asked a couple of times.
How do you get
You
on
should
one
do
of
one.
those? You should
You're
do
so
one.
funny. You should do. I feel like he's so serious in this movie. I mean, he's a seriously great, theatrically trained actor. He's. I mean, when we were doing the scene, I was a little bit scared. I mean, you were a scary bad guy in it.
Wow.
And then on top of it, like, I don't know, you're a funny guy. You should do
Thank you.
a
Funnier
comedy.
guy.